Modern MMOs keep reinventing systems Rift solved over a decade ago. And yet, barely anyone remembers this game in 2026. Rift still has features that many modern MMOs struggle to get right. So here are 5 things that Rift does better than most modern MMOs. I cover forgotten and older free-to-play MMOs and check if they are actually relevant today. Subscribe if that's your thing. Let's start with Rift's crown jewel, the Soul system. In this highly flexible class system, you're not locked into a single spec. You're encouraged to experiment. Respeccing is very cheap, switching builds is very easy, and the game does not punish you for trying new things. It is beginner friendly enough so that new players won't ruin their character, yet deep enough so that veterans can spend hours theory crafting. And the loadouts that you prepare in your builds, they can be swapped on the fly as long as you're out of combat. So you're even able to switch the build while you're raiding. Next up, instant adventures. Instant adventures and intrepid adventures are still some of the best ideas Rift ever had. You queue up, you get dropped straight into the action. No downtime and no running half across the map. You can choose between instant adventures, which are open world group questing, and intrepid adventures, which are quick raids. Both are fast, very social and efficient. And they are always packed with players because they are cross-shard. They provide a real MMO feeling with crowded maps. Now, to be fair, this is also Rift's most unbalanced system. Intrepid adventures really provide insane amounts of XP and loot, to the point where a lot of leveling content just becomes obsolete. But even with that flaw, the core idea, instant queues that respect your time, that is something many MMOs still haven't figured out yet. Before we continue, if you have played Rift before, what is your favorite feature in the game? Another aspect where Rift really stands out is the housing system. It is called Dimension System and it came out over 15 years ago. And honestly, it still beats most modern MMO housings. While games like World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2 took years to add their take on housing, Rift went full creative sandbox almost from day one. You don't just decorate a house, you can build entire worlds. People recreated movies, cities, music videos, and much more. There are basically no limits. You can go full God mode builder, and that level of freedom is very rare, even today. When looking at the community aspect of Rift, the game absolutely nailed level flexibility. With mentoring and sidekicking, players of different levels can actually play together, without everything falling apart. With mentoring you can scale your level down, and with sidekicking you can scale your level up. Friends aren't locked out, groups don't need perfect level ranges, and old content still stays playable. This makes Rift incredibly approachable, especially for casual and returning players. Something many MMOs still mess up by over-segmenting their player base or by gatekeeping mechanics. The last one may be obvious, but very important. Rift is fully playable without any add-ons. And by playable, I also mean enjoyable. The base UI is very clean and very customizable. You don't feel forced to install 20 mods just to play the game. But if you want add-ons for specific mechanics, you can get them. There are damage meters, artifact hunting add-ons, minion minigame add-ons and some other niche optimizations. But add-ons in Rift merely enhance the experience. They don't fix the game. And that's a major difference in my opinion. Rift isn't perfect, and yeah, time hasn't been kind to it in many ways. But when you look at its core systems, you realize Rift wasn't behind its time. It was ahead of it in many aspects. Do you know any other MMOs that were forgotten like Rift? I think Rift might be the most severe case. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please subscribe. This channel is all about free-to-play MMOs, nostalgia, and giving underrated games the credit they deserve.